Yo, 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 yo! Hello, every pony. Hello, every pony. It's me, Johnny Wilson again. How y'all been? It's been a long time. I'm glad to read for you all again. This is chapter 2 of The Warmth of Winter by the Fields of Ice. Now, let's get started, shall we? Not long after Celestia's son. Oh, sorry. Chapter 2 Secrets. Not long after Celestia's sun had graced the land, Twilight found herself lost in the first book that piqued her interest. Spike, on the other hand, was busy organizing the library's numerous shelves. Thankfully, though, his task was almost complete.
There,
Said a young dragon as he slid the last of his books in place. Twilight looked up at him with surprise.
you're done already?
He nodded.
Yeah, there wasn't much to do that need organizing.
Twilight magically creased the page in a book before closing it and making her way to her assistant.
Well then, what do you plan on doing today?
Spike looked up momentarily in thought.
Honestly, I hadn't really thought about it.
Expecting this, Twilight perked up excitedly.
Oh, maybe we could go.
She was quickly cut off by a knocking at the door.
I got it,
Declared Spike as he raced for it. The unicorn sighed once her assistant was out of earshot.
Go to Sugar Cube Corner and get some cocoa,
she mumbled to herself. Upon opening the door, Spike was greeted by an orange filly adorning a blue scarf.
Oh, hey, Spot. Oh, hey, Scootaloo, what's up?
That was Spike.
Oh, nothing. I just wanted to thank you for letting me borrow the blanket.
Spike threw out a claw.
Don't worry about it. I just didn't want you freezing to death out there.
Scootaloo smiled.
And I wanted to give this back,
She said as she offered her scarf.
You should keep it. It's yours after all.
Spike was about to protest, but upon recollecting how difficult it was to give Scootaloo the scarf in the first place, he came up with a second plan.
Hey, wait there.
Well, here, but I said there. Sorry, he replied before running off. Scootaloo raised her brow, trying to guess what the dragon was doing. But before she could come up with a theory, he had returned. In his claw lay an older green scarf.
Here,
He said, holding out the cloth.
it's my old one.
Scootaloo smiled and gladly took it. As she wrapped it around her neck, it was apparent that it wasn't as warm as the one Rabbity had given him, but this one was actually hers.
Thank you, Spike.
The young dragon was about to reply, was cut off by Scootaloo wrapping her hooves around him. The embrace caused his cheeks to turn a light crimson, but after a second it was over.
Hey,
Began Scootaloo.
me and the other Cutie Mark Crusaders were about to go out and make some snow ponies at Sweet Apple Acres. You in?
Spike grinned.
Of course I'm in. I'll be over in a little while.
As the young dragon walked down the path to Sweet Apple Acres, he couldn't help but take note of the magnificent scenery, the snow-topped trees, the perfect clear icicles, and the blanket of white across the land. Winter was most certainly a beautiful time of year. However, it was also a time for play. Spike discovered this when he was greeted by a snowball in the face.
Huh? I got you.
Declared a young unicorn. Spike wiped away the freezing slush from his eyes, to reveal Sweetie Belle grinning as she sat atop a log. He shot her a glare, but her only reply was a briefly sticking out her tongue. The young dragon rolled his eyes at the childish display, but as he did, he was secretly formulating a plan of revenge behind his back. Once he was completed, he began to smile.
What's so funny? Nothing,
Replied Spike. Just then, he quickly spun around, whipping his tail forward, and launched 3 snowballs directly into Sweetie Belle's face. The startled filly instantly came tumbling face first into the snow, earning a victorious laugh from Spike. Sweetie Belle looked up, her face covered with snow in a way, in such a way it resembled a beard.
You may have won this battle, dragon, but you have yet to win the war.
Once Spike had finished enjoying his minor victory, he walked over to the young filly and offered her his claw. She gladly took it.
So, where's everyone else?
Sweetie Belle, who was still brushing off the snow, lifted a hoof.
Over there.
It was at that moment Spike hatched a devious plan. Grinning slightly, he bent down and began to form a snowball.
Say, Sweetie Belle, what do you say we pay our friends a little visit?
The unicorn gasped.
Are you really suggesting that I betray the Crusader Pact and attack my friends for no reason?
Spike put a claw to his chin, thinking for a moment.
Yeah, pretty much.
Sweetie Belle made a clearly fake but still evil grin.
I'm in.
Cautiously, the pair made their way over to the unsuspecting friends. They found Scootaloo and Applebloom hard at work rolling large snowballs into the snow so they could be crafted into a snow pony. Spike knew he could easily hit both of them before either could react, but he wanted to have a little fun with them, particularly with Scootaloo. Oh, snap! Making sure not a noise was made, he crept ever closer until Spike was only inches from the Pegasus. Then, in one swift motion, he brought the snowball down right on top Scootaloo's head. The sudden shock and chill sent her lunging forward in a yelp. At that moment, Sweetie Belle unleashed a barrage of snow onto Applebloom. Instantly, she fell onto her back. Looking up at Spike, she sighed, blowing a piece of her mane out of her face.
What the hey happened to making snow ponies?
Spike let out a laugh before helping the filly up.
Don't worry, no more attacks for today.
Over the next few hours, the four would go on to build a few snow forts and several snow ponies, and have an occasional snowball fight. Though the sun was began to make its descent for the horizon, the foes all began to go their separate ways. Sorry folks, lost my line. Though, as the sun began to make its descent for the horizon, the foes all began to go their separate ways, starting with Sweetie Belle, then Applebloom. Soon enough, Spike and Scootaloo found themselves alone once again as they walked the path back to Ponyville.
So, no hard feelings about me pelting you with a snowball then?
Joked Spike. Scootaloo chuckled.
Nah, it's okay. I'll just get you back later. We'll see about that,
he taunted. The filly shot him a smirk before looking over to the trees and back.
Well, see you later.
Spike raised an eyebrow.
What do you...
It was at that moment Spike realized they were standing before the Cutie Crusaders clubhouse. He crossed his arms.
You're not seriously staying there, are you?
Scootaloo nodded.
Yeah, I'm still camping.
Sighing, Spike replied.
Listen, Scoots, I know you're not camping. Just tell me why you're really out here, and maybe I can help. No!
She exclaimed a little more forcefully than she meant.
No, I'm okay. Don't worry about me.
Spike was a little shocked by her response, but he could easily tell something was indeed wrong, perhaps more than he considered. So in good nature, he walked over to the filly and placed his hand on her shoulder.
Scootaloo, please tell me what's wrong.
The filly shied away from his comforting grasp.
It's nothing. I just need some space. Now go home. It's getting dark.
Spike was beginning to see his tactic of acquiring information was proving to be useless, so he set forth another plan into action.
Fine, I'll go home, only to tell Twilight that I'm staying with you.
Judging by the look on Scootaloo's face, sorry about the delay, he knew she was about to protest, so he quickly lifted a claw to silence her.
If you're not going to tell me what's really wrong, then at least I can do is make sure you're not out here by yourself.
Sorry about that, folks. At that, Scootaloo withdrew, feeling a little more convinced.
Okay, but only for tonight.
Spike nodded.
Just for tonight.
As Scootaloo awaited the return of her draconic friend, she assumed that it would be at least another few minutes before his arrival, so she went over to a small board in the back of the room. It was carefully. What? Oh, sorry. It was a panel for the wall, one she had discovered loose not too long ago. It was also a perfect hiding spot. Sorry about that. Carefully, she moved the board until she could see a small white object. With her teeth, she pulled it out and rested it upon the floor. It was a picture of her as a younger foal, only the age of 5. Behind her were 2 ponies. The nearest was a mare with orange coat and blonde mane. The other was a stallion, his fur blue and his mane black. Looking at the picture brought back many happy memories of her birthday on which it was taken. The year was special for her. It was the year she had received her first scooter. Thinking about how happy it made her brought a smile to her face.
What's that?
Asked the peculiar dragon. Scootaloo almost jumped out of her fur and suddenly questioned. At the sudden question, but she quickly collected herself.
It's nothing,
she replied as she hid the photo behind her back. Spike shot her a look.
Scootaloo, why are you so secretive? I know you're obviously not camping, and it's not just nothing. What's really going on here?
Scootaloo sighed.
You're never going to give up, are you?
Spike shook his head, his expression unchanging.
Not until I know that you're really okay.
Slowly, she presented the photo to Spike.
This is my parents.
Instantly, he formed a hypothesis.
Is that why you're out here? Did they kick you out?
Scootaloo shook her head, her expression growing ever grimmer.
No, they're dead.
Spike stood shocked, unable to believe what he had been told. He felt absolutely horrible for pressing such a delicate issue. Now it was clear why she had been avoiding answers. Despite that, he thought it'd be best to at least attempt to comfort her.
Scootaloo, I'm so sorry.
He consoled as he took a seat next to her. The filly waved a dismissive hoof.
Don't worry about it. My parents have been dead for 2 years. I mean, yeah, it still hurts, but I'm better now.
His eyes widened in shock.
You mean you've been out here for 2 years?
Scootaloo smiled at Spike's reaction.
No, I wish I was, though. What do you mean?
The Pegasus sighed before continuing.
Spike, my parents dying wasn't the worst of it. They put me in this orphanage. It was horrible. None of the staff cared about you. They just wanted their bits. And to have you out of their sight. The other foes were no better. Especially the older ones.
Spike could easily tell by the tone of her voice that Scootaloo was having a tough time thinking about the memories. So he rested a comforting arm around her. To his surprise, she actually leaned into him rather than pull away as expected.
The older foes, they always beat me up for fun. But to be honest, I don't really blame them. Many of them were in that place longer than I was. I guess that was their way of staying sane. Well, you're obviously not in there anymore, so you must be doing better.
Scootaloo smiled.
Yeah, I managed to sneak out of there about 6 months after I got there. Since then, I've been staying the nights at Sweetie Belle's, Apple Bloom's, Fluttershy's, even Snips and Snail's houses. But some nights, I have to stay here. You mean they didn't look for you? She nodded. Like I said, they just wanted the bits. That's bullcrap! Listen, Scooch, you can always come and stay with me and Twilight at the library whenever you want. I'm sure she wouldn't. No, she shouted, her eyes full of tears. You can't do that. What? Why? Because I get sent back there.
Suddenly, every piece of Spike's mental puzzle fell into place.
Is that why you were so afraid of me knowing?
Scootaloo nodded. Seeing the first of Scootaloo's tears began to roll down her cheek, Spike leaned forward and pulled her into a tight embrace.
Scootaloo, I promise I won't let that happen again. And until we can figure something out, I'll take care of you.
Aw, ain't that cute. Go Spike, man. You keep this up, boy, you're gonna have a Philly friend. Well, I'm sorry if I messed up a few minutes, but I'm not gonna do another wee recording. That's my best for now. The reason I haven't been recording is because I've been doing my own fanfiction reading. It's online. Spike's New Brother. Now, I've had to re-edit it a few times because there are bits and pieces that messed up. I'm using that new system called Dragon Talk. It's got its perks, but it's got its flaws. If you talk fast like I do, that's the flaw. So, I'm thankful for everybody. I've had new subscriptions, new viewers, and alike. Thank you all for subscribing. I'm going to try and do one more chapter for the night, and that's going to be it for me. Well, actually, two more. Thank y'all, and have a nice night.